Welcome back to the Bees Business if you've been here before, or welcome if you are new. I am a mom of three. I am a fourth grade teacher, and I make content related to motherhood, teaching, organization, simple living, and traveling around, particularly the state of Maine, but also some other locations when we get a moment to travel further than the state we live in. Alright, so in today's video I am tackling an organization project that is long overdue, and that is this freezer drawer. I am sure a lot of you have a similar refrigerator model where the refrigerator portion is on the top and the freezer is on the bottom, and it's a pull-out style drawer. At this point, I have been an adult long enough that I have owned just about all of the freezer types that are out there. I'm pretty confident, and none of them are super easy to organize from my point of view, but nonetheless, I shall try anyway. So I have a couple of baskets that are already in the freezer that we have been using for a little while. Our freezer got a good deep clean over the summer when we thought that the refrigerator wasn't functioning properly and it wasn't keeping things cold enough in the freezer. We ended up having someone look at it, and it's fine now. So anyway, we had to move everything out of this refrigerator and freezer into a refrigerator that we quickly hunted for on Facebook Marketplace and found and brought home all in the matter of a couple of hours, and got everything into that freezer and refrigerator. And we also had a deep freezer down in our basement that we moved out to our garage. So between those two appliances, we were able to get everything out of this refrigerator freezer unit and into those so that it stayed safe, and we didn't lose much food. So that was really great. But we didn't use this fridge for about a month, maybe 5 weeks, and it just sat here doing its thing, and it seems to be functioning fine at this point. So my freezer is not super stocked, I will say that, because between the deep freezer and having cleaned it out, and this was more toward the end of summer, we haven't collected a lot of extra things. So you won't see a ton of like clean out in this video, but I will be aiming at putting some organization into place with these baskets that I got from Walmart. I picked up 5 of them to get myself started because, like I said, I do have a couple of baskets that are already in there. I am someone that really loves to have matching organization when I can, but I am also someone who really appreciates saving when and where I can. So went with 5 of them. Figured if I needed to pick up a few more, I could, but I could also live with the baskets that I already have because there's nothing wrong with them, even if they're not a perfect match. So we'll see how I do with that. I do thrive on things that match, but my desire to match and my desire to save money are conflicting. So we'll just see what happens. We'll see how far we can go with these baskets, see what progress we can make, and what organization we can get into play in this freezer drawer. The baskets that I chose to purchase are by Mainstays, and they are the decorative small basket. Here's what we have going on in the freezer drawers so far. We are a big waffle family, easy grab breakfast. Kids love chicken nuggets. We are constantly buying bread and then realizing that we already have a full bag of it at home, so we freeze that before it goes bad. And up here are the baskets that I already have in play. I am a person who enjoys a fast, small, simple breakfast, and I also don't mind having the exact same thing for breakfast every single morning of my life. So I always have these Morningstar Farms maple veggie sausage patties. Love them. Literally have them every single day, and my heart is content. And they fit really great in one of these baskets. So that is what I have in one basket. And much like my breakfast tendencies, my lunch tendencies when I am working during the week are very similar, and I like to have something that is full of protein but also fast and quick and simple to grab. And so I have a lot of burritos during my work weeks. And these Tina's bean and cheese burritos I do enjoy them, but they're not my favorite. My second favorite would be these Amy's organic burritos, the cheddar cheese version or the bean and rice version. And my absolute favorite is red something. I'll get back to you on that. Anyway, I have a burrito basket.
Pretty sure it's just Reds.
Oh, the husband tuned in, says he's pretty sure it's just called Reds. Well, we'll find out later. But anyway. And then the last basket I have in here, we are using as our freezer pack basket. So lunch freezer packs, boo-boo freezer packs, they're all hanging out in this basket to try to keep us a little organized. So that is pretty much it for organization in the freezer. And then everything else is just haphazardly placed. That's nice, a hair in the freezer. We want to keep that clean. So I'm just going to start by taking everything out, wiping everything down, and then attempting to put baskets in and organize. Let's see how it goes. For you. Yes, that is a dog toy. It's meant to go in the freezer though, and we have a puppy, so he really enjoys this.
Stupid train.
Now that everything is cleaned out, my next step is just going to be figuring out how these baskets fit in here so that I can then determine what would be the most productive use of space. Okay, so 5 of them fit pretty well like that. I don't think I would really want them going in the other direction. Yeah, I think this direction is going to be the best option. I'm going to go ahead and lower my burritos back into that one. We are a Ben & Jerry's ice cream loving family, so I think our Ben & Jerry's needs its own basket. We also pretty regularly have a stock of Italian ice on hand. We don't particularly love this Lindy's brand, but it was a substitution in one of our Walmart to-go orders recently, so we will eat them. I'm going to give those their own container. Then that leaves this space here for anything else that I feel like would fit nicely there. Right now I'm going to opt to put our pizza doughs there because they're a smaller item that don't take up a ton of space and I don't want to lose them. So I'm going to see how that goes as the top storage option. And now time to assess the bottom. I might go see if I have any other larger baskets for this bottom area. I'll be back. Larger baskets were a no-go. So it's what it is. We will work with what we've got, and if we find that the bottom portion really needs larger baskets down the road, we can take care of that. I do have these 3 smaller baskets that I took out from the top because I really, that matchiness in me, I wanted the matching up here. So we'll see. We'll see. That's what we got going on for now. I would really love to have a container for the waffles, but That's not going to happen at this time. So like I said, work with what we've got. Stack the waffles. I feel like bread items would make sense along with the waffles. I was going to put the french fries over there, but french fries and chicken nuggets go together real well, so now I'm second guessing how I want to handle that. I think if we can keep those upright, that will work a whole lot better there. Having a basket for frozen veggies would also be really helpful, but again, working with what we have. I'm going to store our french fries with our nuggets, and we're going to go with frozen veggies here for now. Need a clip for this. And then that leaves our tub of Cool Whip, which we don't always have Cool Whip on hand. It's not really a common thing for us to have on hand, so I'm trying to decide where. I think I'm going to move the pizza doughs down with the other bread items, and I'm going to put the Cool Whip right there. Because since we don't have a ton of stuff in our freezer right now, and we do have a deep freezer out in the garage, and we keep this just pretty minimal and stocked with the things that we use most often, I think it'll be fine to have the pizza doughs down there. All right, so final outcome for now. Pretty quick project overall. I think that picking up 5 of these baskets was perfect. They fit really well up here, the 5 of them with just leaving that little extra space right there. The freezer is making some interesting noises now because I think I've made it grouchy by leaving it open. So I'm going to get it closed quick, but we've got those 5 baskets that are serving us well there. And then the bottom, I may pick up some baskets for this space as well. I know not everyone has the luxury of having a deep freezer in their home in order to take some of the overflow items, but we do, so this is how we are organizing this with kind of our quick grab items. And we are more of a fresh foods family, so our freezer doesn't end up with all that much in it ever anyway. That's going to be that for today's video. I did end up with 3 extra baskets, and I will find a use for them, I'm sure. This one is white, but the weaving is not quite the same as the ones that I put in the freezer. I know that's silly and it wouldn't bother some people, but it is not my favorite. So since I had 5 of the other baskets that were matching and I didn't end up needing any extras, it felt really good to me to just have the 5 matching baskets in the freezer, and I'll put these extra ones with my other extra containers and baskets and whatnot, and we'll use them for another project, I'm sure. And I am going to, like I've said, look into some larger drawer or larger basket options for the bottom portion of the freezer, and we'll see. I'll update you on my Instagram or in another video I put on my YouTube channel if I find some really good baskets for the bottom portion of the freezer. I can hear that the dogs want to come in from the porch, so at this point I'm gonna go get them. On an outing to Walmart this evening, I found these large multi-purpose bins by Mainstays, and I am feeling like, really hoping, that they're going to be a great fit in the bottom of the freezer. All right, so if I just move this stuff over real quick, let's see what I can discern about these buckets. Before I go and take the tag off. Ooh. Okay, that makes a nice bucket there with some space on the back side. I like that so far, but am I going to be able to get another one on this side going in the same direction? I don't think so. Okay, we'll see here. Let's make this the bread bin. kind of like a nice container, natural container for the waffles. Now let's see, oh, this is cockroach food, by the way, because that's something that wasn't in there yesterday when I was doing this. All right, move all of that over there, and let's see. So that's definitely a no in that direction, and then there's not really much of a point in doing that, I don't think. I wonder if I took this divider out, does it even come out? It must come out. The options. Final outcome here. This is how I'm choosing to use the two bins on the bottom. I enjoy that this one in the horizontal position leaves a nice little nook for the waffles, which I really wanted to be contained. I prefer them to be on the front side since the kids grab them so often, but because of this sloped back, that isn't going to be possible. So that'll do. I'm sure they'll get used to just opening the drawer on this side and reaching around that way. And then I'm leaving this one vertically because it's not going to fit horizontally. And this one is not necessarily the best use of space. I am choosing to keep it and leave it because I like the idea that I could grab the handles of this and take the whole basket out if I'm looking for something versus having to stand here bent down. So I'm gonna leave it. It, I think, serves somewhat of a purpose. I could tuck a few things back here if I wanted to. Not super easy to grab because this top drawer is there. So I don't know that I'll utilize that space. And worst case scenario, if I find that this is not allowing me to maximize this space and I need this space down the road, I can always just take this one out. I do find that one to be highly functional and really like it. And this isn't bad either. So it's also gonna catch any crumbs, which will be nice. A little easier to clean, I think. But we'll see. So that's how the bottom is looking. And the top is the same way that it was. A little bit less ice cream because we ate that. So that is that on the freezer drawer organization project.